Hello, this is Jim with Mature Minded Gamers. I'm going to play some Junkpunk today. It's an early access game. You play this robot who has crash landed on a planet that's had an ecological event. Billions have died. And you need to figure out how to thrive, explore and harvest and craft and build some factory type actions to make things that you need. And you also have an event where I believe you have to terraform the planet. I'm a little past the beginning tutorial here. Had an issue with the video, so I'm moving on. So these little question marks on the ground basically are tutorial pieces. They tell you a little bit about what to do and how to do it. One of the things they don't mention here is R, which is rotate item when you have something in your hands. It took me a little while to figure that out. Here's a little bit of the story of what's happened. Basically, about 1,250 years ago, the climate began to incur a runaway effect due to industrialization of the indigenous species, neglecting their consistent and increasing damage to the environment and corresponding atmosphere. An estimated 11 billion souls were lost in the runaway event. So some bad things have happened here, and now we're stuck here. Alright, so far I have built a crafting table where you can make a few things here. These are mostly needed to build larger items. Those items can be found here. So you've got some base parts you can build. You've got a recharge station, which is pretty important because if you look over here, the blue bar is your energy level. The green bar is your health level. Here's the crafting bench. There's a small container for storing things, medium container, large container, which is used for automation, which I'll show you in a minute, and then the recharge station. Alright. So here's the large container. It basically has an input and an output. Okay. So what I've built so far is some wind energy. And right now it's producing 4 power, and this cable is connecting it to the smelter, which takes 2 power to run. And so it outputs through the pass through the remaining power, which at the moment is 2, which is going into this recharge station, which takes 2 power as well. And just standing on it recharges your battery. If you look in here, you can see the power going in versus the power it takes, and turn it on and off, and then tell it what you want to make. So here, let's make some, well, we don't have enough gold ingots, so let's see, metal scrap. Let's see, can we make a rubber ingot? Sure we can, there we go. So here's the storage container where you put your scrap materials, like copper scrap and other scraps it needs. I don't think it will use those. And you can see the copper scraps now going into the smelter. And right there, we can change it to copper ingot. Start using that copper scrap that's gone in there. And then it goes out and into this storage. Alright, so what I was doing last time is I was trying to get the power a little more stable here. So I've got 2 power generators, but they don't daisy chain to each other. So I was thinking about trying to build where is it? Power. Power merger. So I need some basic capacitors and steel scrap. So let's go see if we can find some basic capacitors. Right now I have one. I think you can make them here. So plastic scrap, rubber scrap, steel scrap, and copper scrap needed to make capacitors. Alright. Wait, what can we make? We can make steel scrap and copper scrap and gold scrap out of standard scrap metal. But the plastic and rubber need to be gotten from different piles. Here's the rubber. Your laser and you collect it, and it looks like it's kind of random. See, we got some gold, plastic, and rubber on that one. And a basic capacitor. What's this say? This rubber junk looks like it hasn't been here that long. Analysis shows approximately 76.43952 years ago, there would appear to be many hundreds of tons of this resource. Okay, storm's coming in. Storm causes the wind turbines to really kick up their power production. It does not seem to harm your robot, though. I haven't noticed any real issues with storms other than the fact it's hard to see and it gets a little noisy. Okay, so we're full on something. We can't pick up some of that scrap metal, so let's go empty out. Some inventory space. Okay. So I'm using basic scrap metal, which is pretty abundant. It takes 5 of them to make 1 copper scrap. That's it over here. So I'm going to make some steel scrap. And then the gold scrap takes 20, but we'll make 1 or 2. Alright. So then we can take all this scrap metal here. So we need scrap metal, not ingot, so I need to pull that back out. Steel scrap and just scrap metal. Okay. Alright, we can make a power merger now. I'm trying to think, how would this work? Alright. Okay, so we need to put it about right here. Something like that. the connectors. Power cable. Hang on, I gotta unplug this other one. Okay. Take the one cable from here. It looks like we're getting 3 from this one, 3 from this one, making 6. We'll take that to the smelter. And so 6 is going in, 4 is coming out, and 2 is being used by the charging station, and then we could link through from the left plug there to another device. And we can even put, looks like, 2 more wind turbines on here. Copper scrap and scrap metal, okay. What's it take to make a battery? Okay. So let's get some more scrap metal. We can turn some of that into copper scrap, and we can make another turbine to make sure we have a better power system. And then later, maybe build a battery or something. Oh no, kind of stuck. Alright. Put this right here. Get a power cord. Alright. So now we've got 9 coming in. That should be enough to work for a little while. When the storms pick up, it gets even faster. So what do we need? We have a smelter. We can make ingots now. What do we need to build next? So one of the goals is, if you see in the top left, is the terraformer. That's these big monoliths off in the distance. You can see it there in the middle of the screen. And to do that, you need to build a tech key and a biological key, and then you need to activate it to start the terraforming. And for the biological key, you need to grow plants, and so they provide seeds in the monolith. So it looks like you've got to, make a farm. And then the tech key requires a lot of resources. Ingots and all those sort of things. So I thought I would just start trying to build something that would allow production of that. So dirt extractor. Okay, we have the smelter, and then there's this fabricator, crafts items with materials. I think that might be what we want to try to build. Let's see what kind of items we can craft. 10 large gear, 5 steel scrap, 5 copper scrap. Okay, we need 5 more large gears. Let's see if we have any in our storage. Turn on the flashlight. There we go. We don't. Okay. So it takes steel scrap. We only have 4. It takes 4, so we can make 1, but we need more, so we need to make some more steel scrap. Now we should have enough. Yep. So now we need 5 more steel scrap and 5 copper scrap. Okay, we can build a fabricator. So I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if we need to build it in line with any of this, so I guess let's just see what it looks like when we put it down. Okay, it's got an input and an output. Okay. Let's place some foundation here. We'll use the big foundation. We'll place it kind of generally right about here. Won't let me. Small one. Okay, it doesn't like that either, so I think we're going to have to raise the level. Yeah. It doesn't like us going into the hillside, but this should be big enough. So, fabricator. Oh shoot, I think I used something we needed. Yeah, scrap metal. That's easy to get. Alright. So see, the foundation has a stability to it, and each item has a different stability need, I think. course, this one says 0, so I guess maybe this one doesn't. Alright, we'll place it kind of like this. Alright. So it needs power, which I didn't think through the power, but I guess I could run it from there. Alright. So does it have a pass-through? Okay. Let's just see if we can run it from here. I might have to make some more cables. Oh, I do have to make cables. Copper scrap and rubber scrap. Okay, I think I have all that over here. If there's any left. Rubber. Some more copper scrap. Okay, we'll charge up real quick. I don't know if I can do it with this one. Alright. I think it's too far, or not lined up right, or I just don't have enough cable. Okay. That autosave keeps lagging it a little bit. So it looks like to me, this game definitely would benefit from some base planning and layout. I can move everything, but I think I might just try to build another wind generator over here and plug it in. Because based on what we might need for that fabricator, you build conveyor belts from another storage to feed it, so I don't know that I really want to move it. So I might just have to build some better power, which is a longer term goal and can be changed over time. Alright, we'll put one here. Okay, it doesn't go in there. And I can't reach that one, so. Like I'm doing something wrong. Does it take a different kind of power? Or connector? Okay. Yeah. Not crazy about some of the camera controls. I want to plug into that. Oh, I think that one's an output. So why can't I get this one plugged in? Alright. Okay. It's just a little awkward and finicky. I don't like that it's cutting through the fabricator, but I can move that later. Alright, so we got 5 power. It looks like it takes 2 because there's 3 left over. Alright, let's see what we can make. Okay. It takes ingots as its fuel source, or for the product. Looks like mostly ingots. Okay. So what we need to do then is build a conveyor belt from the ingot storage to this. Alright, so now we've connected them. And you can see it's starting to move the ingots over now. That's pretty cool. Okay, so if we go in here, it's starting to fill it up. And then we need to just pick a recipe, which I'm not sure what we really would want to make, but we can now. Recharge. Okay, so I'm not going to have a real long video here. I just wanted to give a feel for what this game was like and some of the things you can do. I might make some more videos and continue on, but that's the basics of power and getting some of the supply line set up and the manufacturing set up. Okay, so that's Junkpunk, early access game. I think it looks like it has some promise, and it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes. If you like our videos, subscribe. Catch you next time.